Passion rules. That's right. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to be energetic, focused, and over the top. Or is that really true? My name is Lynn Hinderrocker. You're on Next Biz Success. This is the video podcast for entrepreneurs who need to succeed. And I'm going to introduce you today to Derek and Jeff Eels. They run a travel incentive and meeting management organization out of Lincoln, Nebraska, and actually all of eastern Nebraska. And these guys are passionate and they understand how to motivate your employees. It's critical. Jeff and Derek, thanks for joining me on Next Biz Success.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
You bet. It's my pleasure to have you here because you're talking about the emotional side of being an entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
We talk about functional things and all the different things you got to organize, your bookkeeping and your money and stuff. But when it comes right down to it, every single day, emotional impetus and ability to manage your emotions appropriately is critical, is it not?
Oh, absolutely. It's just like any kind of business. It ebbs, it flows. You have to manage that emotion, but most importantly, you can never lose that energy. You can never lose that passion.
Yeah.
And just figure out how to deal with it day after day after day.
And you know, entrepreneurs deal with rejection all the time. They're small. People don't really trust them because they're new and they're small. I haven't heard of you. So the passion sometimes ebbs. Sometimes you lose your confidence. How do you restoke your passion?
Well, I think first and foremost, you have a passion for life, and from there, you find passion for other things within life.
Yeah.
We found ours in travel, and truly love what we do. I would say we love what we do every day, and that's true 99.9% of the days. And there are some of those ebbs and flows, and you really just focus on the highlights, and you deal with the downfalls, if you will, or the issues or obstacles,
challenges, sure.
And you move forward, and you continue to keep that positive outlook, and know that we have the best product, and move forward with the utmost of confidence.
Now, is all we're talking about here enthusiasm? I mean, that's old school, all right? I know about enthusiasm and a positive attitude. How is passion in your generation different from that kind of almost cliche attitude about get out there and, knock them dead? Are you talking about something different than that, or is essentially it's the same?
I think there's something a little bit different with passion. A passion is something that you truly enjoy doing, and it's only a matter of time before you can go out and be energetic about something and excited about something.
Yeah.
But unless you have that process to back it up, unless you have an absolute core belief that this is the best thing to do,
yeah,
passion is only going to take you so far.
Yeah.
So you could have the best product in the world without any passion, not going to get anywhere. You could have a substandard product with a lot of passion, you might get not so far as well. So it's a combination thereof to really make sure you have that passion, but you have the process and the product to back that up as well.
Now, not everybody has the best product. Somebody gets out of the box, I got a new company, I got a new product, think it's really great. 6 months later, I figure out there are 2 or 3 competitors out there and their product is as good as mine, maybe more. Mm-hmm. How do I keep my passion going at that point? What do I do then? Say, well, close up the passion, get out of here. What do you do then?
Well, then you think creatively, outside those 9 dots, if you will. How can you twist it? How can you tweak your product or service, whatever it may be, so that it applies, that it fits what you love doing, and also, quite honestly, what people are willing to buy, what people are willing to pay for.
Absolutely.
So there's always an opportunity out there. How can you keep creativity at your core, along with your passion, and then exploit it and go out and move forward and convince others that you do have the best product in whatever arena that you're operating in.
Now you guys talk about arena, you operate in the context, you go to companies, you say, hey, we can use travel to motivate your employees. Isn't that essentially what you do?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Portion, yeah.
So now we're talking about culture, we're talking about employees who are in their 60s, others that are maybe in their 20s or whatever. They have very different motivations. You're trying to sell them travel as if it transcends all of their personal motivational values or whatever. How do we, as an employer, I guess, how do I think about what you do? How do I motivate my employees is what I'm getting at. And does travel work in all cases?
Well, I think it's vital to look at the differences within the generations.
Right.
Now currently is the first time in the history that we've had 4 generations within the workforce. We have the traditionalists, the baby boomers, the Gen Xers, and now the millennials as well.
Right.
And speaking on behalf of a millennial, I can assure you that we, while some things remain quite similar over the generations, there's some things that are different. Motivation happens to be one of those.
Okay.
The traditionalist typically wants your plaque on the wall. They want to show people what they've done. And that's really what they're looking for. The baby boomers say, I want to get out, I want to travel, I want to do things. So travel works very well in their niche.
Okay, so we got traditionalists, they want public recognition.
Yep.
The plaque on the wall.
Yep.
And are you implying that those are necessarily older than baby boomers, or could they be younger than baby boomers?
Traditionalists would be the greatest generation, or before the generation before.
Well
the
into their
baby boomers.
60s, maybe their 70s.
That's correct.
Correct.
Okay, all right. I just want to stay with you.
There you go.
The boomers want to travel. You say they're the real heart of the travel business.
They're a component of it. Yep,
Okay.
absolutely.
And why is that? Because they're idealistic, or they just like to get away? I mean, what's the thing about their generation?
They view themselves as being extremely dedicated and loyal, and so they continue to work day after day, put in the long hours, but then in return, they want to be able to go away and turn it off, quote unquote.
So it's the work hard, play hard thing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, let's go down 10 years or a decade or whatever. What's then? The Gen X.
Then we're the Gen Xers.
Those folks are now in their late 20s and well into their 30s.
About
30s and
33 or
40s.
so.
Yeah, okay. And how are they motivationally different?
You know, for us, it's about an experience. A lot of the Gen Xers right now, they don't have the funds to do it themselves. They don't have a lot of things that they can go out and buy themselves. So now they're looking to their employer to provide some of those things as motivation. Travel being one of them, merchandise being one of them.
Okay.
But they're looking for that experience. They're looking for an exclusive experience they couldn't do on their own.
Now, you telling me that they're as materialistic as the baby boomers that preceded them that are now in their 50s and beyond? Is it about materialism and non-materialism?
I don't think it's so much as material, but it's more about that experience. Again, it's not about driving the latest car. It's not about having the high fashion clothes, all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah.
It's more focused on the experience itself.
Okay, and then quickly, the younger generation, the millennials or Generation Y, how are they different than all these people?
The millennial generation will quickly let me say that in some ways they're very similar. You mentioned the traditionalists want the public recognition, so do the millennials.
And I think the millennials want to learn.
They do want to learn, and they're willing to learn.
Yeah.
But from a motivation standpoint or from an incentive standpoint, they really want that exclusive experience. They want to be able to see value in anything that their employer is providing for them.
I have one more question. Does passion motivate all these four different quadrants, the 70-year-olds, the 25-year-olds? If you have a passionate employer or whatever, does that impact them all about the same or not so much?
Well, I think that's a true definition of a leader is being passionate about whatever your passion may be, and engaging others and empowering others to come with you in your journey.
And helping them become passionate themselves.
That would be true.
All right. Well, Jeff and Derek Eels with 10 Dot, that's a travel incentive and organization and meeting management organization in Eastern Nebraska. Thanks for being with me on Next Biz Success. I've learned a lot. I'm passionate.
Fired up.
I want to travel. I want to motivate. I want to get going. Thanks for joining us. My name is Lynn Hinderocker. Again, on Next Biz Success. Keep on going. Keep on growing. Keep on motivating. Stay passionate.